Hi guys, this is Andy from Living Past Tomorrow, and I wanted to walk you through what we've done with our sinks. We have replaced the kitchen and bathroom sink as well as both their faucets and I guess the countertops as well. So I want to walk you through, so if you're interested in the process, you can see how it worked in our RV. We have a Class C Coachman Freelander 32-foot bunkhouse. That's our model. The sinks, I'm pretty sure, are going to be pretty consistent through at least all Coachmans in the Class Cs, but let me show you what we've done. Okay, so this is the kitchen. We have replaced the actual countertops. You can see this countertop is brand new. We have replaced the actual full stove cabinet. That is one from IKEA. That is not the final top going on it. That was just so I could see if it would work. But we are very happy with the progress so far. This is an IKEA sink. What's super fun about the IKEA sinks is they have these accessories and you can just fit them right in. We were able to undermount the IKEA sink. I'll show you that when we go underneath. And then this faucet, I think it's from Lowe's, Home Depot, just a standard faucet. We're really excited about that. This was absolutely the trickiest part. The IKEA sink came with this piece. And this is just basically a standard drain pipe you can get at Lowe's. And usually they're pretty long, and they're made to go from kind of the J-trap or the S-trap into your wall plumbing. I got the one that was actually existing, and I cut it short, and then I got this at Home Depot or Lowe's, any improvement store. It's super flexible, and then that goes right into this trap. This trap is important because if your gray water smells, this will keep a little bit of fresher water in it, and it'll keep the smell out of your gray tank. That's the whole purpose of those J-traps. And then, just see if you can see it, basically this just loops around, so it has that standing water in it, and then goes back down into the gray tank. Pretty simple, but really challenging, I have to say, honestly, to find all the parts we needed for that piece. Okay, and then this is where the faucet drops down. The faucet came with those black pipes or black tubes already connected. That's very standard for a residential faucet, and usually your water inlet from your bathroom or your kitchen is plumbed right in from the wall. Well, since it's an RV, we already had all these pipes, and the pipes were very different from well, when we first got started. So what I ended up doing is cutting some of this red Plex, red and blue Plex, depending on if it was hot or cold, and I was able to find an adapter that took me from the, I think it's a 1/4 inch Plex piping to the 3/8 inch I needed for the actual faucets on the kitchen. So it was really challenging, I think, to find all the right parts. I had no plumbing experience going into this, and after I think probably 6 trips to the home improvement store, I was able to find what I needed. It's not conventional, but at the same time I feel very confident that I'm not going to have any leaks. I've made sure everything is tight and or uses that plumber's tape. My goal is really just to show you guys what we were able to do to get our plumbing working. I think in every RV they're going to be very different, and they're not going to be consistent to what you'd find in a house. So I wanted to show you what we were able to complete, so hopefully it gives you guys ideas if that's something you're looking for. So now let's show you the bathroom. So the sink is from IKEA, and the faucet is from a home improvement store. It's a pretty standard faucet, nothing fancy. We did have to arrange it, I think, a little bit different than what you would see in a house, just because of the really tight space we're working with here. This is the only counter space this bathroom offered, and this is actually a little bit bigger than what was in here before, just because you have the commode here, and then really where the camera is the shower, and that's it. The sink is actually really nice. It does have a full stopper in here, and then it has an overflow. So we have 2 kids, so it's nice to have this overflow drain, especially in this sink. What's nice is it's all contained. I don't have 2 different plumbings. I need to do underneath to get this and this to be in one drain. In the sink body itself, it actually will funnel this overflow water into the same drain below here. So let's show you that. This is I think this one was actually a little easier for me to do. I don't know if it's because the plumbing just made more sense, or if it was what parts IKEA offered for this plumbing. Again, you have the standard plumbing that came from the RV, so you have your vent up there, and then your S-trap, which actually or your J-trap, which I was able to use all of. I was able to repurpose that. From IKEA, what was a little bit interesting is this is the bottom of the sink. and then they gave you this flat, and it ran basically parallel with the countertop all the way to the back. And the idea is that this is made for a drawer, so you can actually put a drawer in here if you were using more of a standard countertop. But that's the part it comes with, so I had to kind of comprehend for that being there. So I just pushed it all the way into the back corner, and then was able to use another one of those kind of flex tubes to go right into the J-trap. It worked out. This one was a little easier to solve. I'm not sure why. I think it actually might have been a little bit more complicated, but this one took less time. Same thing for the faucet. You can see these black tubes come down from the faucet, which is up there, and then they run right into our hot and cold water Plex. I used exactly the same connectors on these that I did under the kitchen sink. So you'll have your Plex going up, they have a kind of a female connector on it, and then we were able to screw in, these are really residential plumbing parts for bathrooms and kitchens that would come right out of your wall plumbing. They happen to fit perfectly into our Plex system, and then from there I was able to connect. I was probably going to have to, my imagination is pulling all of these Plexes all the way over into this section and then running them up. So it was nice that I had this really flexible black cable that they came with, and I could just run them right into the Plex tubing that was there. The sink initially had the plumbing. Actually, the sink was right here, and the faucet was all right where those Plex tubes end. So it was just really convenient for the way they ran it for the OEM or for the factory settings, but for us it worked out. Alright, so that's the tour of our kitchen and bathroom plumbing and kind of upgrades to how we have the water coming in from the bathrooms and going back into the gray tanks. Hope you found it helpful. Check out the rest of our videos for our RV renovation. You can see kind of how we've done everything from painting to building the desks to building the countertops. All of that will be on our channel, Living Past Tomorrow. If you have any questions, please ask them below. I'll do the best I can to answer anything if this is a project you're looking to take on. Please like this video if you found it useful. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos about our adventures and how we did things in our RV. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.